Hello, everybody. This will be the last topic with for our litera course, by the way. And I know that since you have chosen also the idea to that we will not begin to have our meeting today, so you will begin to instead we'll begin to conduct a pre-recorded session only. And then, of course, since this is a pre-recorded session, expect that there will be an activity or a quiz within this video. If you will not begin to listen very well, you cannot answer in that question since I'll begin to provide that in a verbatim way. Now, or we will begin to discuss actually in this lesson for the last topic. This is actually week 12, not week 11. So our topic for today is all about artificial intelligence. When we say artificial intelligence, since right now actually we're actually having this kind of new approaches. We do have already a lot of AI existing, and I know that AI is not really rational. They are not rational being, unlike us that we're capable to think what is right and what is wrong. So let's actually deal with what is AI all about. Artificial intelligence, by its definition, refers to the development of computer systems capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. This includes tasks like problem solving, learning, understanding language, and perception. So, in terms of artificial intelligence, it actually involves the creating computer systems that can perform tasks requiring those human intelligence, such as, for example, the problem solving that has been mentioned right there. So actually, right now there is a lot of AI technologies that we can have already. Um, we can utilize, especially the Siri that you do have, the Alexa, which will really help with voice command system into your daily task. For example, in simply setting an alarm, you can just say, Siri, can you set an alarm for this one? It will really follow those kind of thing. So AI right now is also used in recommendation system like Netflix, Spotify, and of course in Google there is an AI generated. You can also use ChatGPT, those kind of things. Um, this kind of AI platform actually class is really um what we call this one, can make our life better. However, it is basically depend on how you utilize those kind of things, since of course if you are trying to use this kind of AI, then without trying to utilize or train the AI well, it is really still not good. It is useless as well. So make sure that you will really identify when you use AI class, make sure that you will use it in a in a proper way. You can actually refer into the other videos how I utilize how can you utilize properly this AI platform then. Okay. Now there will be a key areas of artificial intelligence, which will be the machine language, the NLP, expert system, the neural networks. In terms of machine language class, machine language systems that improve through experiences. In machine language, those are includes with the machine learning, wherein this area of artificial intelligence, especially for the computer science student, they are learning with the machine learning, which is the area that artificial intelligence will improve such a performance class through the experience without being explicitly programmed. For example, it actually involves using the data to train the models that can make prediction or decision. For example, in machine learning, actually, you will be going to provide a data set into that kind of system, and then that kind of artificial intelligence will try to predict based on those previous data. Will try to forecast in the future based on the previous data. So in machine learning, there will be a specific models that will begin to run through. If you are trying to learn with that, if you're a computer science program, for example, if taking that kind of program, you'll begin to delve in terms of machine learning. So in machine learning class, you're trying to feed that into that kind of platform, this kind of old data, and we'll begin to try to check the future trends if this is what will be the fluctuations, for example, it will be like that. Since in machine learning, the AI will not be going to give you the good or the accurate information if you were not able to feed those kind of previous data. So that's why the data set is really important in this case. Now, in terms of natural language processing, this is actually understanding and responding to human languages. This is like actually include a chatbot in terms of if you're computer science also, you will begin to try to learn that one in my master's program right now. I'm also trying to learn in terms of this kind of courses, then natural language processing. This is really huge actually. When we are trying to deal with AI, there it's a huge it's a broad topic that we need to really expand um our what do you call this one, um we need to expand what will be this kind of field, all about we're trying to we need to understand everything, this kind of in this NLP class. It is a field of AI that is really focusing on enabling the machine to understand and respond to human language. Say for example, in our in such application, there will be a chatbot, like for example, you will begin to ask, and then there will be a certain feedback that they will begin to give to you, which is also aligned into the questions that you're actually asking. So in this kind of field for natural language processing, this is really so broad, wherein learning NLP is might challenging as well for computer science program, since of course you have to really know the algorithm, the model that you will begin to to implement in that kind of steps, in that kind of field. For example, you have to understand the syntactic and the semantic processing of that kind of algorithm. So in NLP class, our goal is to maintain the order when the user will begin to ask this kind of thing, and the system can also give a feedback which is also aligned into your question. This is the field of natural language processing. That is the focus. In terms of expert system, this is actually the intelligence system wherein emulating expert level decision making. In this kind of field, this is a type of AI program designed to emulate expert level decision making, wherein they there's actually in my master's program, I've also learned intelligence system, wherein there will be four types of intelligence system actually, wherein a goal-based system, there will be like static lang ang system, for example, will just give you a certain um for example, the AI will give you a feedback wherein limited to specific choices only. And for goal-based system will also give you a certain, there will be a the AI will learn to behave according to how you treat for that one. This is actually huge in terms of intelligence system. So wherein it will use a knowledge base of facts and rules, analyze informations, and providing solutions like a a specialist. Wherein the system wherein that AI will really respond to you like a human. You can definitely, oh, it's totally good enough that when you will begin to ask, or when you will begin to let that system do this kind of thing, and it will really emulate those kind of expert na katama in terms of this field. They're really being trained enough in terms of those kind of, for example, in terms of health problems. For example, if you'll begin to ask, I do have this kind of heart failure, then that expert system really know how to diagnose this kind of illnesses. So that's how it work in intelligence system, like a robotics. We're in really expert. It is too broad, but it's okay. We're just giving a foundations of how does this work. And for neural network class, this is the algorithms inspired by the structures of the human brain. In neural networks, this is the AI algorithms designed to mimic the structures and functioning of the human brain to process information. So more on the capable of AI. It is really broad as well. Wherein AI can really give you a good information, wherein AI can also what we call this one, can give you a certain good decision. Like for example, if you'll begin to ask AI, for example, Siri, can you actually give me like this, it will really give you a certain um quite is there a certain thing that you are actually being that you've actually asked him to perform. For example, Siri, can you perform, can you alarm like this in a specific time? Of course it will really follow you, because the that kind of system has been trained on how to really behave in, if you are trying to ask with this kind of field. Of course that kind of system will also perform that kind of operation. So this kind of technology that we do have, actually not this four types only, there's more than that, wherein this kind of right now you can actually say that AI is ChatGPT or any driven AI. Right, no, 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 that's not that's not the only cases for AI. AI is too broad. There are many what we call this one, subfields in terms of AI. That's why for computer sciences or BS, artificial intelligence, they are studying this really that much, and this is really broad. Now, AI development timeline. There will be a what we call then, we'll begin to also give you the history of AI here. And since AI right now is really keep on innovating, and also just make sure, class, that you are not utilizing this AI as your, like, you're not trying to use this as your search engine. Make sure that you're trying to also utilize AI as a tool, as a tool for, as an aid for you to just make your work effective, and make sure that you will also validate everything if you're trying to utilize AI, as what I mentioned to you as always. Now, this will be the brief history for the AI. In 1950s, Alan Turing introduces the Turing test as his machine language. In that certain year, the modern chatbot like the ChatGPT and Google Bard can be evaluated using Turing test principles to see if their responses are indistinguishable from human responses. When we say indistinguishable, if they are aligned, for example, if it has maintained the distinguishability, for example, maintain the in actually class in AI, we are trying to if you are computer science expert or student, you can also relate what I mean for that one, since this is also present in automata, that you need to make sure to understand the syntax and the semantics of this kind of thing, so that when you will begin to create your own system, you know it will behave, it will give you a good feedback. That's how it work in AI, that we have to maintain all of those kind of structures. It is not easy to build AI actually. Now in 1956 also, I'm so sorry if you can't really understand it well, but I'll give you just a breakdown or a run through of those kind of things. How does that work? I know that this is too broad for you, but just giving you a run through just for you to have a um learnings about what is AI and what will be the histories of AI. Now, in 1956, also the term artificial intelligence was officially coined at Dartmouth Conference. So, in that certain year, the logic theorist created by Alan Newell and Herbert A. Simon was one of the first AI programs showcased around this period, demonstrating the problem-solving capabilities. So since AI actually is built to solve such problems, and of course, this can also solve problem. However, it depends on how you utilize, how you trained this platform. Now, in 1970s, expert system become prominent in medical industrial domains. So there will be such expert system designed to assist doctors in diagnosing bacterial infections and recommending antibiotics. So it really strengthened the functions of those kind of fields. And in any industry we're utilizing AI already. You doesn't know that this is really AI built, since that is considered AI built, because it can really give you a certain for example, you will begin to ask what will be the medicine for this kind of illnesses. So it will assess that kind of information, and will give you a breakdown of what will be the specific what they call this one, a medicine for that kind of illnesses that you're asking with. Now, in 1997, 7, I'm so sorry, IBM's Deep Blue defeats world chess champions Gary Kasparov. So in that year, uh, it has the IBM's Deep Blue became the first computer to defeat the reigning world chess champion Gary Kasparov, marking a significant milestone in AI's capability to solve complex problems. So this is actually really showcase the power of AI, how it is really powerful in strategic decision making and inspired further advancement in game AI. So imagine that Gary Kasparov were able to defeat with this kind of AI, that we do have this kind of chess um that can also like challenge this kind of person, which really make this is actually break the history, which is there will be more powerful than human. However, um we you the human will also try to be challenged in terms of the existence of this AI, because we will be challenged. Why? We will begin to think more. We will not be going to like our capability is just like the right there. Then if there will be a power of AI, you will begin to, wow, it's like this, and you have to think more and more, and you have to be mindful with all of with all of the decisions that you might do, diba? So in 2010, breakthrough in deep learning and big data applications. So in deep learning, it is really powerful, because it is fueled by access to massive data sets and advanced computing power. So right now, actually, we do have the power of quantum computing, and that is really advanced as well. Which can really solve vast problem. It is really good class. If you're a computer science student, AI student, you will really appreciate how does this kind of there's a lot of algorithms actually in terms of deep learning, which can really solve we can solve such problem in terms of if there will be a problem in terms of the medical field. You will begin to study pertains to the data set, and you will begin to perform and apply the specific model of AI, and then you will begin to especially deep learning model, and then you can create a new structured or new structured invention in terms of that one. So in 2020s, widespread integration into smartphone homes, vehicle, and workplaces has been innovated. So AI became widely embedded in smartphone already, as what we have we do have right now. We do have this kind of AI that you can just say, Siri, can you do it like this, like that? It will really give you, it will really, what to call that, be the best tool, which you will not be going to touch with, into your phone. If ever that you're lazy enough to, set an alarm, you can just, say to Siri, mention to Siri that can you put an alarm by 6 a.m. and Siri will begin to follow that one. Now, those are the history, the brief history in terms of AI. I'm so sorry that I'm actually talking a lot of things because this is AI. This is really good. This is really interesting topic. And artificial intelligence technology community, there will be a community application here. So the applications of AI in terms of healthcare, AI assist in diagnostics, medical imaging, and personalized treatment plans. There will be robotics used in surgeries, wearable devices monitor patients' health. So, of course, imagine, class, there's a lot of platforms nowadays that can really provide solutions in terms of healthcare. So, imagine how this AI really powerful in terms of your computer science expert. You're trying to check that is actually based on the history, based on the data set, previous data set, and then we are trying to check what will be the problem with those previous data set, and we are trying to also check what will be the good thing that we can also perform, what will be the possible options that we can also provide, what will be the solutions that we can provide, and by that we can create a new intervention, a new system wherein could also structure out the implementation of the old or the traditional way. That's why right now we do have existing systems which is AI based already, so that is really powerful. Now, in terms of education, adaptive learning systems adjust to students' pace and style. Virtual tutors and chatbots help with academic queries and administrative tasks. So imagine, because there's a lot of AI in educational platform already, especially you're utilizing ChatGPTs, Gemini, Copilot. There's more than that. For coding, there will be a lot of coding platform that you can definitely utilize nowadays, and it has been so what do you call this one, amazing nowadays, because your task will be done easily. But of course, take note that you as a human being do not let AI empower you. Just use AI as an aid for your task to have it done easily. And of course, make sure to understand what will be the purpose, what will be, how does that work, and make sure to understand, since we are still we still need to evaluate. Then we need, since we are the rational individual that can interpret this kind of thing, which is if it is credible or not, if it is good or not. We are still be the one to assess those kind of things. Okay. Now, in terms of business and economy, AI enabled surveillance, facial recognition, and crime prediction tools raises efficiency but introduce ethical and privacy concern. So actually now, in terms of AI class, we can perform, like for example, um, there will be surveillances like CCTV enhanced with AI platform that can also predict that that kind of vehicles in terms of the highways, yeah, you're over speeding. So it can be generated by it can be, the AI can help to solve that one, especially track the, they call this one, the plate number, that this kind of vehicles is committing this kind of violations. So AI can really solve this accordingly. This is really powerful. And um if I know that if you are a computer science student, you can really relate of what I am trying to say. Now, we also do have here, in terms of security and law enforcement, AI-enabled surveillance, facial recognition, and crime prediction tools raises efficiency but introduces ethical and privacy concerns. In terms of this kind of things, class, we can also AI can also help, especially for the facial recognition, can also detect that, oh my goodness, this kind of person do have a actually a cases in NBI. So you will be flagged that you're here, you will be easily tracked. So this is really good, especially for example, we will begin to go in that particular place. Then if they are having a facial recognition that you cannot go inside if you are not if you're not recorded, if you can actually see in our cell 10 and 9, the classroom right there is having this kind of AI what do you call this one machine wherein there will be a biometrics or there will be a facial recognition scanner. So it will be a big help actually nowadays. Now, in terms of environment and agriculture, AI system monitors soil quality, detect plant diseases and predict crop yields, and then environmental. AI models simulate climate patterns and track pollution levels. So, in terms of this one class, AI can really help to solve this kind of complex problem. Imagine that if you're one of the computer science student, if you're trying to observe this kind of, for example, you're trying to check all the data set for the soil quality, you're trying to base on those previous data set and you're trying to check use or a specific um model, for example, to train, it will solve such problem in a since in manipulating this kind of cases class, if you're a computer science student, you can really know how to do it. You can since there will be an accuracy in terms of coding that they you can also see the what will be the percentage for the accuracy, what will be the error percentage. There will be something like that. So it is really good when you are trying to create own system which can solve this kind of environmental and agricultural fields. So it is really helpful. There's a lot of platform already now existing in terms of this kind of field actually, where in those kind of situations has been solved. Now, in terms of artificial intelligence technology, there will be an ethical consider that we need to consider ethical considerations. So here, then, AI-driven data collection may intrude on privacy without proper regulation. Surveillance technology used without consent possess risk to civil liberties. So we have to be mindful in terms of that class because AI-driven data collection can intrude your personal privacy if not regulated properly, leading to unauthorized use of your sensitive information. So, of course, make sure, as what I mentioned to you, that do not provide your own information to AI platform because what if there will be um since without your consent, it might lead to data breaches or whatsoever, what kind of cases, and also we have to be mindful with your actions since we doesn't know when it may happen. So that's why especially your photos, it is actually being discouraged that you will begin to post or you'll begin to feed your photos in that AI platform in order for you to like, can you improve my picture, can you improve my photo that you can put my something like this. So that is actually prone for anything that might happen in the future. You know what? That's the bad effect of this kind of AI. If you're trying to utilize this kind of photos put into AI, it has been recorded in AI and it can be used in any kind of malicious event in the future. So that's the risk. Now, bias and discrimination. AI system may perpetuate existing biases present in training data. Examples include biased hiring tools or facial recognition systems with accuracy issues across demographics. So in terms of this one class, since AI cannot is not actually like human. We are a rational being. This AI is not rational, meaning that they can't think accurately. So make sure, since in terms of training those data, it might like there will be overfitting, underfitting. So there might be instances that the AI will also might be faulty. So that's why you can't actually trust AI all the time. So this can result with biased hiring, as being mentioned right there, since the algorithm is actually having a failure. Maybe the algorithm right there or the data is being feed as having an error, or it could overfit the data, or it could be underfit the data, or the model is not good, it might need to have an improvement or implement with a new model, for example. Now, accountability and responsibility. Who is liable when systems fail? So, diba? You can't actually ask. Do you think that you can also like you can try to, this is the fault of AI. No, you can't do that. This remains an unresolved issues actually now. Developers, user, or AI itself, clarity is needed in legal and technical frameworks. Remember that you can't actually say that this is the fault of the programmers, this is the fault of the users. No, all you just have to do is to make sure that you are trying to work on, you're trying to be, trying to perform the utilizing this AI in a good way. You're trying to be mindful with everything that you're trying to work on in this kind of field, since AI right now can they're um powerful enough, they can remember what you were trying to input in their memory. They can definitely remember, as always, for those kind of information. That's why be careful in doing that. So now, employment displacement. Why automation threatens low skilled jobs in manufacturing, services, and logistics, highlights the importance of reskilling and workforce adaptation strategies. Imagine, class, if this kind of system keeps on innovating, and of course, this kind of the job of those kind of individuals might displace you. Of course, since although that we are individuals can think critically, can think rationally. However, if ever that this kind of AI can really provide a certain solution, so better on investing if you're a business person, diba? So it might lead to job displacement because they will not be going to hire that much of employees. So they will begin to save money, that they will just invest for this kind of system. So it will be, it will improve their system. However, it is a big disadvantages for those kind of individuals, diba? This is a very bad risk in our generations, actually. Now, control and autonomy. Risk of autonomous systems operating beyond human oversight raises questions about limits on AI decisions making in critical sectors. So this is actually what I've always mentioned to you, that make sure to think enough. Do not ask to AI directly. Make sure to train this AI well first before you will begin. So for example, you're trying to search online to AI platform. Do not search to AI directly. Make sure to feed the information to AI first. For example, you're trying to upload the data into that AI, and then you can actually have you can actually ask AI, can you summarize this one? And then of course you can just based into the deliverables that you have that you have attached in that AI. You can just evaluate. You can also try to double check that in the in the latter part. So your job will be easily finished. However, you have to make sure that those kind of information, if it is credible or not, since we are rational than AI. Okay. Now, um, artificial intelligence tools, we do have also the tools, examples, and its usage here. First, artificial intelligence tools are software or platforms that help in building, training, and deploying AI models. These tools vary based on the applications areas and the user's expertise level. So I'll begin to also illustrate here what will be the tools, how it will be used, utilized. We'll begin to deal with that one in a while. So we do have here the general purpose of AI. Google AI and TensorFlow, open source tools for machine learning and neural network development, widely used in academia, industry for deep learning tasks. So in TensorFlow class, this kind of open source platform used for machine learning and neural network development, supporting tasks like image processing, recognition, for example, natural NLP if you're computer science students, for example, or predictive analytics. That is actually you can actually found that there in the Google AI or TensorFlow. And then these tools are popular in both academic research and industry for deep learning applications actually. Now we also do have IBM Watson. In IBM Watson offers tools for AI model development, natural language processing, data analytics common used in healthcare and finance. That means to say, in this kind of platform class, this can help also, especially for the syntactic and semantic processing. If you're trying to learn with natural language processing, this IBM Watson can you can also utilize this one since they are having this advanced data analysis here. It is especially useful in sectors like healthcare for diagnostics since that was present right there. Now, ChatGPT conversation. There will be this will be the productivity and creativity AI right now. ChatGPT conversational AI, used for generating text, answering queries, and assisting with writing tasks. So we all know that ChatGPT right now is like generating human-like tests, answers your queries, can write specific tasks. So what can I also advise to you then if you are utilizing this kind of platform? Do not directly use or do not directly search into this kind of chat GPT. Like you will begin to chat GPT, can you actually generate this kind of essays? No, don't do that. That's not good. You have to train AI first before you will begin to ask. That's how it should be. Okay. Now we also do have DALL-E here, AI system that generates images from textual description used in art, design, and education. In terms of this one, you have to be very careful in terms of providing information, especially if you'll begin to attach your image because that in the previous webinars that I have attended, it has been said that you don't have to provide your image right there because that's the bad side in terms of providing your images in AI platform because in the future it might be used in any kind of malicious attacks or it might lead to any kind of malicious events or data breaches whatsoever. Now, AI in AI system class in this kind of AI system there will be also a um s- task wherein it can generate image already. You can also you can instead of since in the traditional era we can edit some images, but right now you can just mention, can you actually create like this like that image? I wanted an image specifically in terms of this kind of platform. You just have to describe and then the AI will actually give you a will give you the specific graphics or generated image based on the instructions that you have provided. Now, we also do have the Grammarly AI system that generates images from textual description used in art, design, and education. In terms of Grammarly, actually, this is for to improve your writing. Actually, by checking the grammar, you can also make your text into humanize here. It will boost your productivity by assisting users in creating error-free and polished context. You can actually use this in terms of your writing research paper or whatsoever. Now, we also do have here Duolingo. In terms of Duolingo, it employs AI to personalize language learning experiences and optimize review schedules. In Duolingo, actually, class, it uses AI to personalize the language learning by adapting lessons to each user's pace and optimizing review schedules based on their performance. So this actually will help you to retain vocabulary, for example, and to improve your fluency through tailored practices. Now, we also do have here Khan Academy. It uses AI-powered learning assistant to support student learning path and answers questions. In terms of Khan Academy, AI-powered learning assistants to guide you through personalized learning path, providing instant answers. For example, these tools will aid you to individualize, especially in terms of educational platform, since Khan Academy is an platform. So AI will really one of your aid here to support this kind of thing, 'di ba? To address your needs. Now, we also do have here for business and automation AI. We also do have Salesforce Einstein, which integrates AI into customer relationship or CRM systems for predictive analytics and sales forecasting. So, therefore, here in this field, the system will to enhance product the what we call this one enhance the production, for example, will generate forecast, for example in the future, what will be the forecast, what will be the performance in the future. It might be like that. Now, in terms of UI path, also AI enabled robotic process automation, or what we call RPA tool used for automating repetitive business processes. In terms of this UI path, this is an AI powered robotic process wherein this platform it's designed to automate repetitive and time consuming businesses processes, like increasing efficiency and reducing human error. So it is commonly used for automating tasks like data entry, invoice processing, and report generation. So this is actually a powerful tool wherein you can used where to make your task easily. So this is really good, 'di ba? Now, this is the topic for the artificial intelligence that we'll begin to tackle within this semester. So I hope so that you were able to learn from those kind of things. So if you were not able to understand that much, make sure to just a little bit. You can actually search from um any kind of resources in order for you to understand it well, since those are my since AI is really broad. So if you wanted to explore more, why don't you shift to CIT, Charet? No, anyway, as part of your quizzes, you have to make sure to put in a comment section what have you learned in this kind of discussion in your own sentences. Make sure that this is actually a 5 sentences and that is actually 5 points in your quizzes. Make sure to comment in your own words only. If that is, excuse me, if that is AI generated, it will be marked as zero effectively. Thank you so much for listening, and of course have a great day everyone, and goodbye for now, and see you next meeting, and good luck into your final examination.